right, guys, so in the second half of our day, we are going to be working as materials engineers. We have already started because we are at one of our steps in the engineering design process. Raise your hand if you remember what step are we in, or what step did we just accomplish yesterday? Yes? We asked. We had to ask a question first. Which mortar works the best? Did we get an answer to that question? Do you think so? We saw that some had good properties and some had what? And remember our wonderful classmate Sky, who mentioned that maybe it's possible that some earth material mortars can be mixed, okay, to possibly create a better mortar, all right? And we're going to see how that can work later on today when we start our project, okay? So we need to think to ourselves, how can we make a, what's that say? A mixture of different materials to get the best kind of material to build with, all right? You are going to complete your own mortar mixture paper. You are developing 2 different mortar mixtures, okay, that you think would work best. Again, this is an independent activity. You are working by yourself. You have now had the opportunity to create 2 mortar mixtures. So now comes the step where you are going to have to work with your partner, and you are going to have to come to a compromise or a consensus. So right now, what I'd like you to go find your partner. You both will share your 2 types of mortar mixtures that you decided upon. You and your partner have to have the same thing. That's why I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to have a conversation. So
I think we're going to work clay soil. Oh, it's going to be really good. Let's use it.
Did you guys come to a consensus? Amazing. All right, so pick one of the mixtures that you think is best, design number 1, and then you're going to write the earth materials that you chose for your mixture.
I did clay, sand, and soil. It's gonna be tall and it's gonna block the outside so the bugs can't get in.
I did like rocks, and the mortar is all around them so it can stick on the wall.
All right, you might have got to the point where you're finished or almost finished, and that's fine. I want to explain a couple of things. You will receive 30 rocks, okay? You will be also creating your mortar mixture that you will use to put your rocks together to make your wall based on the mixture that you and your partner planned to do.
Clay. This thing is stuck in clay. I'll get this. Wow, this clay is like really wet.
Okay. The mixture should be a consistency of kind of like cake frosting, okay?
We need to spread some under.
Exactly.
I can finish. So I need to.
I didn't know that we were actually making a wall.
I think we need more water to make it moist. So let's just.
Ladies and gentlemen, so you've had the opportunity to talk with your partner about the wall that you created yesterday. You spent time developing this wonderful mortar mixture. So now it's time to check to see, is the mortar you created a good combination or a good mixture of earth materials? This golf ball, boys and girls, is our demolition ball. Does anyone know, why do we want our walls to fail? Yes?
So we can improve it.
Very good, Joey. That's exactly correct. We want to see what little issues might arise and what could we fix for next time in constructing a new and better wall. All right, we're going to go ahead and have Caitlin and her partner come on down. Audience, are you paying attention? Yes. All right. So, Caitlin and Nicholas, any predictions for what you think is going to happen? Yes?
It's going to fall.
Why do you think that?
Maybe we only used 1 scoop of clay and we used 2 scoops of soil. So I think it's going to like knock down on levels.
Interesting. So she even has a level that she thinks it's going to kind of KO or knock out at. All right, are you ready? All right, level 1. Okay. Keep that in your memory bank. Keep that in your memory bank. Level 2.
Oh, that was so close.
Keep that in your memory bank, okay? All right. Level 3. All right. Thank you. I'm looking for my next group, and we're going to go with Marilyn and Kanaya. Okay. What did you use?
We used soil, clay, soil.
Okay, so two scoops of soil, 1 scoop of clay, okay? I want you to keep that in mind as we are testing because you said you noticed it was a little loose, all right?
There's a piece right there. It's like really loose.
Okay. All right, ready to test? Okay, level 1. Okay. Keep in your memory bank what you just thought, level 1, okay? Level 2. Level 3. And last but certainly not least. All right. All right, go ahead and take your wall back to your area. Leave the materials the way that they are. Go to your area where you're sitting with your partners. So I want us to have a class discussion, and I want us to talk about some of the things we saw, what went well, what didn't, and then finally get to the point where we can talk about improvements, okay? So my first question for you was, how did your wall fail? Did it crack? Did it crumble? Tell me about it. Would you like to tell me? Joelle.
Our wall went everywhere.
Okay, and did it crack or did it crumble? What did you observe?
Everything.
You observed everything. All right, good. Did your wall withstand any hits from the demolition ball at level 4? And tell me about it. And how many hits did it withstand?
10.
It did.
And more.
Do you think that if we continued hitting your wall at level 4, do you think it would have continued to withstand hits past 10?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain to the class what your mortar mixture was?
2 scoops of sand. 2 scoops of clay and 1 scoop of sand.
Mhm.
And 4 scoops of little water.
Okay.
It's a really, really, really strong mixture.
Okay. All right. Very good. So we're clearly seeing that mixtures are so very important in creating mortars. Again, we talked about the fact that different types of earth materials have different types of properties. Some good and some what? Bad. And if you consider and weigh the good and the bad, you can take some of the good from this one, some of the good from that one, and what? Put them together, combine them, mix them, okay? I want you to actually turn to the last page of your packet, okay? Because it's now time for you to work on the improved stage of the engineering design process.
The wall, we should like change the shape of the wall.
I'm gonna do the same thing, only with less mortar. We're gonna improve by putting sand and clay. Clay, sand.
And we're gonna stack it in a different way.
Of 3, right? You should do 3 rows of 3.
Very good, very good.
I like doing this.
I'm gonna arrow down to escape.
So what we are going to do this morning, boys and girls, is we are going to perform our second test with our demolition ball. We need to see, is your improved wall better than your previous wall, okay? All right, ladies, would you like to tell me, what are your predictions for this second designed wall? Yes?
That is not gonna fall.
You don't think so, so you think you have a very strong wall, okay? What do you think?
Because we use a lot to make it stick.
And what is a lot?
A lot of mortar to make it stick, and the cracks. Well, we put mortar in it, and we covered the cracks with the rocks.
Okay, all right, so we'll test to see. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start at level 1.
Come on. Detail.
Okay. Level 2.
Ooh, it's getting demolished. Oh. Level 3.
Level 3.
Booyah, it's gonna. Whoa!
And finally, level.
4. That was a fighter. That was a fighter. Oh my God.
All right.
Only one.
So, wow. Wow. Excellent.
It was better than the first one.
You guys have been the most wonderful materials engineers I have ever seen in my life. And you are only 7 and 8 years old. So give yourselves a pat on the back. After building their walls, I definitely saw a lot of change, a lot of dynamic conversations between the partners, and them really realizing how important it was to fix some of the issues or concerns that they had previously with their structure. That testing portion is integral, and them understanding how they can work to change their mortar mixtures and make them better. During the improve process, the planning was a lot more precise.